Hello my cinnamon little apple pies out there, and welcome. In today's video I wanted to do a very fall kind of look with some new and current makeup. I did pick up the Nomad Hudson Valley palette, and then I wanted to use some other things in my collection that I like to pull out during the fall time. And I do plan to film a fall winter makeup drawer, so I'm featuring some of the products that are going to be in that drawer, and I'm going to do some fall shopping today. So I thought, hey, you know what, let's just be extra fall and also film it with you guys and play with some makeup. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree, and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Alright, so I already got closer so we can get into this makeup look, but I'll show you guys what I'm using. We'll go through it. I'm just gonna have so much fun doing this. Like, this season is so fun. I love fall and I love spring, my two favorite seasons. So the Nomad Hudson Valley palette, isn't this so cute? I love this. This is adorable. I'll show you guys the color story, but I'm sure you've seen like a lot of reviews on this already if you're like into like makeup videos. But look at that, it is so pretty. So I'm gonna create something very fall-y because I'm gonna go get some fall decor. I'm going to get some maple coffee from Trader Joe's. The weather is a little cooler today for Texas, so I'm excited. I also have my pumpkin cup, my pumpkin coffee with my pumpkin creamer. I'm one of those pumpkin obsessed people. It's sickening, but this is my only time of the year to shine, so I have to embrace it. But oh yeah, that's so good. I'm also going to use the palette with some current makeup. Like, the rest of them aren't really new besides the Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette. I'm going to use that too in the video. So let's just start slapping makeup on my face. So I'm going to go in with the Banana Bright face primer. I like using hydrating primers during this time of year. I feel like I'm just a little less oily, so I pull for more hydrating like face products during this time of the year. I'm going to go in a little bit with the Kimchi Chic Effin Primer. This is the matte smooth primer, but I like to use this just in my T-zones because I still get oily there no matter how cool the weather is. And this is a really good primer for smoothing the skin, like getting rid of those enlarged pores. But it is one of those kind of slippy feeling primers, so if you don't like that, you might not like this one, but I like it. I think it does a good job. Ooh, I really need to put some lip balm on. My lips feel so dry. Oh my gosh. But anyways, guys, what are you guys up to for fall? Do you guys do like traditions? Do you have like certain plans you do at your family? I would love to hear all your guys' fall favorite things to do in the comments below, because I'm just so excited for this season. So let's do my foundation. I'm going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. It's a more hydrating foundation. Haven't used it in a while, but I do like it, so I'm pulling it back out for this fall season. Let me see if I can find a decently clean foundation brush, which is probably going to be really hard. I'll use this Real Techniques one. This one is a lighter shade that I have. This is medium 105 neutral. I feel like it's gonna look dark on my face, but the rest of my body still is a lot more brown than what's happening up here. I'm fading slowly. I'm just gonna spread that all around. It's a really nice foundation. I mean, this has been out for a while, and I know a lot of people like this product because it's just, I would say more of a satin one. It's not like a dewy foundation, but it is more on the hydrating side and less matte, but that's what I go for. When it starts getting colder, I can, you know, pull off the more hydrating products this time of the year. But I'm going to go into this Rose Ink Concealer in LX050. This is a more hydrating concealer, and the one thing that does get dry on me sometimes is my under eyes, especially in like the colder months. So I pulled a bunch of hydrating concealers to go in my makeup jar. And this is one of them. It has really good coverage, and I like how it looks under my eyes because I need help there. I don't know why that's the only part that gets like dry, and sometimes will start to flake under there. But the rest of my face never does that, just my under eyes. So I do like this concealer for, you know, the hydrating properties. now it's time to powder. So I'm going to go in with the Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. This is a more lightweight, very silky powder. And when my eyes get like, you know, dry during the winter time, I like to use things that are a little bit more lightweight under the eyes, because the worst thing I could do is go in with like a matte powder under there. So this is going in my makeup drawer for sure. It's such a good silky powder. So you see how like my under eyes, it just looks so diffused and soft under there. I really love that product. So I'm going to also powder the rest of my face, but I'm going to use the LYS. This is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in Ambition, which is for medium tan. This one too is also a more lightweight powder, and it sits on the face really nicely. It's not as matte as the other powders I tend to use in the summertime, like the Kimchi Chic powder that I use a lot. That's like super matte, but I'm gonna have to ditch that for the fall and winter season because that's just gonna make me look extra dry. So this one's just a nice, lightweight, easy setting powder to use. So now I need to bronze up because I feel like I'm looking very one tone and flat. But I want to get back into my One Size Beauty bronzer. This is the medium trio. This is the one that has like the 3 different shades. So like a neutral one, a warm one, and a very cool tone one, which I'm going to go for the neutral one, since I think that looks better in the fall season. I like to use more warmer bronzers in the like summertime so I can look a little, you know, tan and sun-kissed. But this is really nice. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about this bronzer or the cheek, like the blush ones too. I need to do my brows, which I'll do that off camera because I never switch up my brow routine. I pretty much use the same brow products every day, so that's boring, but I'll link those brow products below, but I will be right back. Brows are done, and I was almost about to skip blush and highlighter. Like, what was I thinking? I guess I was just so excited to get into this palette, but I have this little custom palette that's from ColourPop, and I have some of my lethal blushes that I love for this time of year, as well as my blushes from Menagerie. And I just think these are like perfect fall colors. Like, look at that. You can get all of these still from both Menagerie and Lethal as singles or make like a custom palette. But I think I'm going to go to this one right here from Menagerie. This is the blush in Goji, which I think this is also one of the blushes that are in that big blush palette, which I wanted but kept getting sold out. So I bought some of the singles. So we're going to go with this one. It's like a deeper orangey mustard. So freaking pretty. I love these kind of shades during this time of year. Like, it's a little warm, it's pretty. I just love mustard everything. I could do like a whole mustard look, like mustard eyes, mustard cheeks, mustard lip, and a mustard top. I could totally do that. And I was actually thinking about doing a like monochromatic series on my channel where I do looks based on just one color, like an all green look, an all purple look, an all blue look. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do that as a regular series, and I can do it every year and just switch up the products. I think that would be really cool. But you guys will have to let me know if that's something you would actually watch. So now let's get into the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny. This is so pretty. I did a whole reel on Instagram where I show like swatches, and I use this in another video, which I'll link below if you want to see more on this palette. But it is absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna get this ColourPop brush, and I'm not sure which one I want to use. So here's Enlighten. Oh, geez. All of these are so pretty. This one has more of a pinky tone. This is Ambitious, which has more of a blue. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to go with Enlighten. That might have been what I used in the last video, but that one is just going to match this look the most. So I'm going to put that right there. These are definitely more on the sparkly side. So now let's get into the palette. Yes, I love this. Nomad did such a good job. And I think I'm actually leaning towards this side. Normally I go for the greens, but like with my top and the colors that I use on my face, I think this is going to be best. Maybe I'll use the green on the lid though. I think that would look really cool. Let me go in with some eye primer. I realized I didn't put any on. I'm going to use the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer, which I did order the new Kaleidos collection, but it takes forever to get here because, you know, it's shipping overseas. But I think it's supposed to come today, and I'll probably use that in a video where I do like a get ready with me. So the first shade I want to get into is Wine Harvest, which I think kind of matches my shirt. It leans a little bit more purple tone, But I'm going to start off with the darkest shade. That's like the best method, especially with Nomads. Mattes, they're a little bit more on the buildable end, and I like a lot of depth. You know, if you've been watching me, I say that all the time. But I'm going to focus this on the outer corner. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. And it has a good amount of pigment to it. So I'm just stepping that on the outer corner. I don't think I'm going to take this too far in because I want to use a bunch of colors. So I'm just going to pack it right there. I want to go into Fall Festival. This one right here. It is such a beautiful pumpkin orange, but like more on the muted end. And I want to use that in the inner portion. I'm just going to try to use as much colors because normally I do like a whole review and I do it like more than one look. So I'm trying to cram in as many shadows. Wow, okay. I feel like maybe these shadows are a little bit more pigmented. I do feel like they've elevated their formula a lot with their like recent palettes. So this looks really good. So I'm going to put it there for now for placement. And I want to start blending out the edges of each of these shadows. So I'm going to blend out Wine Harvest with this shade called Apple Picking. Now I want to go to a pumpkin patch. I need to go to a pumpkin patch, but I'm going to wait till it gets a little cooler before I start doing that. Because I've gone to a pumpkin patch before it got cool here and I was sweating my butt off. It didn't feel very fall-y because it was so freaking hot. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a little bit more. But I'm just using it on the edge. Here, it's kind of a blending shade, but definitely is more pigmented than I was expecting. So I went on to the next step and I forgot to tell you guys what I was doing, but I'm using the Cider House shade right here. It's this beautiful mustardy yellow, and I'm using that to blend the edges of the Fall Festival palette. These names are so cute and it's making me want to go to Hudson Valley. I've never been there before. I've only been to New York one time and I only went to like the city. So maybe I need to go there because this seems to be the place for all the fall vibes. And they included this little map with the palette, which shows like all the places to go in Hudson Valley. And they're just so cute. Like, look at this. Isn't that awesome? If you guys have been there before, let me know if it's worth visiting. Now I want to like blend the edges of all the shadows. So I'm going to take this Morphe M573 brush. And I didn't add any shadow to it. And I'm just going on the edge, just to get everything looking nice and blended and diffused. So now let's do the lower lash line. I think I'm just gonna copy everything, not do anything extra special down there. So I'm just gonna connect it up here with Wine Harvest and do that on this side too. And then I'll use the Fall Festival shade in the inner portion. I'm going to just use, I think, Cider House to blend the edges of both of them down here. Because that Apple Picking one is very pigmented and I don't want it to get too red down here. I'm just doing that really quick. Now let's get into the shimmers. I want to use two of them. I'm going to go into Foliage Trail and Corn Maze because I want to pop a green. So I'm going to go into Foliage first. I'm going to pick it up on this BH brush, which I know is no longer available. This was from It's My Ray Ray collection, which came out so long ago. But I'm going to spray it with just some water. There's only water in this bottle. And I'm going to take that closest to the deeper shade on the outer corner. Ooh, that's such a pretty orange. I think that shimmer looks so pretty with the matte. So now I'm going to get into Corn Maze, which I think is just going to add some interest to the look, having green there. I don't know, I can't say no to like a limey green shade in a palette. I just can't. So I'm going to use that with the same brush. I just cleaned it off and I did wet it. And I'm just going to pop it right there. Oh, yes, this looks so pretty. I might actually take the third shimmer that's in this palette and use that as an inner corner highlight instead. Because I was going to take this green in there. But I think I just want to have it on the lid like this. I'm just kind of fusing it into the other metallic and bringing it up just a little bit. So I'm going to take Leaf Peeping right here. That's a funny name. And I'm going to use that as a inner corner highlight. I feel like it will be light enough. I picked it up on the brush. It's like a mustardy kind of metallic. And I'm going to pop that right there. Oh yeah. And use that just to brighten up here. Just to make it a little brighter, I'm gonna go over that with corn maze. So I do feel like it's just a little darker than the corn maze shade. So I'm just gonna layer them together. Now let's get into some liner. I'm gonna go into the Somoni gel liner in number 2. It's the orange shade, which I talked about in a Reiki video, which I just did. If you haven't seen it, I really like this liner. The ones from Udin's Eye that are like the opaque, non-metallic ones seem really nice and pigmented. I have a green one too, and it's really good too. Now I need to do my lips. So I have 2 shades, and I think I want to mix them together. I have the shade Fiamma from Kaleidos, and I have the Unearthly Cosmetics Satin Lipstick in Ginger. I think I could mix these and make the perfect shade. What do you guys think? Hopefully it doesn't go weird. So I'm going to use the LA Girl lip liner in, what is this called? Relentless Red, since I'm going to have more of a reddy tone lip. Yeah, I think this works. I've been more into lining my lips. I do feel like it makes a big difference. All right, lips are lined. I think I did decent. I feel like my lips are a little dry. But I'm gonna start off with Fiamma from Kaleidos. This is like a pinky tone red. I think that looks good. I just love a good red during this time of year. But now I'm gonna go over that with Ginger. And it's also gonna lighten up the lip too. I'm gonna kind of top it out. So doesn't that look good? It's so bright and vibrant, but I think it really matches the eye look so well because it's like a reddy orange. Wow, that makes such a beautiful combo. So I'm just going to do like a wing liner real quick and some mascara. I'll show you guys the finished look and then we can wrap this video. So I zoomed the camera in a little closer so you guys can really see the eye look and how it turned out. What do you guys think? I think it came out really nice. I'm loving all the fall vibes, the combo, the lippy, everything in my base, my cheeks. I mean, I really love these products for fall. And this palette, I can see myself using all through these fall months because it's so beautiful. The colors and everything, they nailed it with this palette. Like, it's perfect for this season. And I'm just happy with how my look turned out. I really love it. It looks gorgeous. It's beautiful. I'm such a fan of this time of the year. So let me zoom you guys out so I can wrap up this video. So my little pumpkins, I really enjoyed filming this video. I love doing fall inspired content and I have a lot of more fall videos coming for you guys as well as Halloween videos, Christmas videos. So this channel is going to get very festive. I love this time of year and I know a lot of people love this time of year. Now I've yet to meet someone who doesn't, but I know that there are people out there that struggle during this time of the year. So I'm just trying to bring some positive vibes, bring some happiness into this world so we can have fun and just hang out together and have fun with makeup. But I really enjoyed all the products that I use. I think the Nomad palette is beautiful. It is perfect for fall. It's a little bit more muted, so I feel like this is going to work for nudie lovers as well as color lovers. And I just love the theming. Now I need to go to Hudson Valley. Of course, I love my Lethal blushes as well as the Menagerie blushes, the lippies, the One Size Beauty bronzer. I love this ColourPop hydrating foundation. It's perfect for the fall season. So these are products that I've been loving on for some time now. Some of them are like newer products like the Noctilucent palette from Blend Bunny, but this one is also really pretty. Like, I recommend any of these products if you want to try them out or you're curious. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What is your favorite fall makeup? What is your favorite fall traditions? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video and you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, a lot of indie makeup and eyeshadow palettes, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will link all the products that I use in case you're curious and want to check them out for yourself. I'll link other videos of mine you might be interested in, as well as my contact and my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty, and I do a lot of different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, supporting my channel. I just hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful year so far, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.